របស់អរិយបុគ្គលទេអនាតសញ្ញតោមិនប្រកបដោយប្រយោជន៍ឡើយអេតេតេខោភិក្ខវេឧបោអន្តេអនុបត្តិមមៃជេមាបដិបត្តិតថាគតេនអភិសម្ពោធិចាកុករណីយានករណីឧបតមាយអភញ្ញយសម្ពោធិយនពានិយសង្វតតេមនិលភិក្ខុទាំងឡាយសេចក្តីប្រតិបត្តិជាកណ្ដាលមិនលាយច្រឡំដោយអន្តធម៌ទាំងឡាយពីរយ៉ាងនោះឯងដែលតថាគតបានត្រាស់ដឹងហើយជាសេចក្តីប្រតិបត្តិធ្វើឲ្យកើតបញ្ញាចាខុសផ្នែកគឺប្រាជ្ញាធ្វើឲ្យកើតសេចក្តីដឹងច្បាស់ប្រកបប្រមែងប្រព្រឹត្តទៅដើម្បីសេចក្តីស្ងប់រងាប់ដើម្បីសេចក្តីដឹង
And good morning from Seattle to all my Dhamma sisters that are here, our guest speakers live on this platform from Cambodia. I am so excited to meet all of you here, and I will introduce them to all of you in a few minutes. So my respect to Mahasangha, and good morning to all our followers. Good evening in Cambodia. So welcome to our Dhammika Life Dhammasandana program. So this program was led by Venerable Soktivi, and it is hosted interchangeably every Friday, 8 p.m. in Cambodia time and 6 a.m. in Seattle time, both languages, Khmer and English. So last Friday, it was hosted by Sister Saipit. And so this morning, now it's going to be on English version. So this morning's topic is about women on the path of Dhamma. And so before we begin Dhamma discussions, I will introduce to you of our three lovely ladies, Dhamma guest speakers. So our first speaker is Sister Riem Sokjamran. Good morning to you. She is the author of the book called The Scar of the Knife. However, it can also be translated as the scar of the wound, because the scar from it's like the book is like the scar from the hardship that she had gone through in her own experience and her efforts in believing on the strengths of what the Buddha has taught. And our second speaker is Sister Yim Sok Gunmelia. Good morning to you, sister. So she is the leader. I was talking to her this morning. She is a freelance consulting, and also she is a leadership ambassador. And she also mentioned that she used to be in HR from her previous job. And our baby sister, good morning. This is the third speaker is Sister Kim Nataman. Good morning. She is the founder of I believe is a founder of a private English tutoring organization called Wisdom. Is that right? And so, so as you know that just this past 2 days ago, as you know that it is International Women's Day, was celebrated on May 8th here in United States, which was 2 days ago. And so I'm so happy to have all these young ladies here with us today. So in life, there are two ways you will always meet somebody that they can either lead you to a good or bad way. And so my own thought is that related in today's society in America and Cambodia is boiled down the same, that we all go through experiences. So in our society, people have different way through walk of life. What the Buddha's taught is one of the methods. And now that these three guest speakers, they are like women entrepreneurship. And so they all have their ups and downs, and the mindful of who you become is very important, and which means you have to take action of who you become you want to lead. So let us find out how these three lovely guest speakers take on their mindful actions of leading by following with this Dhamma path. And so I'm going to start and give the microphone, the speakerphone, to Sister Sokchimran. So please tell us how you would start your journey to Buddhism. So start with you.
Yeah, thank you, Wong. Thank you. First of all, I would like to pay my homage to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and also pay my high respect to all venerable watching now, and also all the Dharma's friends. And yeah, thank you, Wong. I'm here again, and I just want to introduce my name. Like you are already introduced. I just call my name again. I'm Chamran. And thanks for giving me a chance. I start first. This is the first time for me to talk in English and on the live show. And for come back to the question, at first I really don't know what is the real Dharma mean, because I just follow by our traditional since I was born, and as most of our Cambodian people too, that we are only known that we are Buddhism, but what is the real Buddhism, we are not really get into the point. But because of I have something hit to my life, that too much tough and too much suffering. That's why I try to find many ways to have solution for myself and find the way out of the suffering and whatever the bad happening to my life. But somehow it can help, but it's not firm enough to clear whatever we have happened. But only the day that I very much in trouble in my life, and I don't think that I can do anything else, and what is gonna I mean like what I'm faced in the next step. So I get lost at that point, and I try to hiding myself from everyone else, that no one know that. Or I mean like after work, no one know where I go, and family at home also don't know whether I check out from work or not yet. But after work, I try to check out and hiding myself at a very dark and silent place in my car. I just cry out loud and loud and just blaming to everything around me and blaming myself, why I'm not this, why I'm not that, why I'm not strong enough to go on this way, that way. Blame myself, everything around. Really, to avoid those things, I just turn on my radio on in my car and just play around whatever music. I don't know, because I don't intention to listen it, but I feel annoyed everything. I just keep changing the channel here and there, goes around, and suddenly I heard a Dharma talk, and like very clear talk and explanation about suffering, life suffering, and something else. Like, wow, who talking this, and what is it about? Then I heard this like Dharma talk, and why this time I can listen, why this time I can understand, and there are somebody else that much suffer than me. And in the story they're telling about a girl, a maid, like in the Buddhist time, she tried to commit suicide herself because of her house owner blame her, insult her, and a lot of things that happen to her every day. And somehow she tried to bow herself because she don't want her house owner to hang her hair and hit her, something like that. And then she tried to commit suicide herself. But at that moment, she saw the Buddha. Then she decided to pay the homage before her suicide. But then the Buddha explained her about life and her past life and a lot of things that is the real of what it call like circle of life, that there are something cause and effect, that's why she got a result of the cause that she been made in the past year, and this life she have made and commit all these things, a lot of things, the story. Then I thought, while I was young, I can't be patient enough to listen to the monk, to listen to old old people that what I call chanting or play the what I call they are talking in Pali term, something like that. I can't understand. I also cannot be patient enough to listen to the long Dhamma talk or whatever. But this time, while I'm feeling so much down, but I still can understand. Then I start realize actually Buddha has something that can explain us how is the real life and how to accept the real life. Then since the day I start keep listening to all the Dhamma talk, especially that time, the first time I can hear and I can understand was the Dhamma talks speech by Venerable Sanjaya. After that, I also keep going to search the channel, YouTube and everything. Then later on, I also can catch up the listening to Venerable Kusupip, Venerable Hat Sing Hai, and on and on. A lot of Venerable monk that I can start listen and learning Dhamma step by step since that time. It's about around 2017, I think. Yeah. That's how I start my journey to the Buddha. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sister. It's amazing how we take things for disadvantage. It's amazing because sometimes we don't seek for help until we're in suffering, until we are lost and lonely, until we cry deep in our heart, and then we want to start look for something that can help us, so we can see in a different side. So thank you for sharing for that. So I want to so Sister Melia, could you tell us how you would start your journey to Buddhism?
Thank you, sister, for giving me this chance to talk about how my journey with Buddhism. First of all, I would like to pay my highly respect to Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and warm regard to Sister Chamran, Sister Sokon, Sister Timon, and Mopaka. Yes, and all listener to this program. Yeah, this is also my first time to join the program in English as well. Yes, and I'm so happy to share my own experience in the journey to Buddhism. Yes, I heard the word Buddha from my father, because he just told me to worship the word Buddha, Buddha, yeah, before going to bed and memorize until be asleep. But I do not understand much about that. But I just feel that when I practice it every day, it makes me feel warm and no fear and things. So I just practice every day. So with some changing living condition, I live in a pagoda as a child. So I did not much understand or deeply understand about Dharma, but I heard the monk and the nun praying every day. I just hear the praying. Yes, I like it. Yes, and also like the Buddha statues. Yeah, I like so much. I don't know why, but at that time we just feel like that. Yes, so I just feel people around me, they are so kind and So I just wonder why the monk and the nun they are so kind. I'm not their relative, but why they are taking care of me, that make me feel warm, because I was not away from my mother since I was like around 6 years old. So that I get the warm regard from them. So I just feel good on that days. And after that, when I was a student and at the high school and university, I learned the word of Buddha, uh, Atibata, Atiba. Yes, that word. I learned that word, and that we have that practice that word in my studying and my living condition. I joined the Buddhist teaching program in a Buddhism Institute in Cambodia. Yes, during the time I go, and we have the library there, and also the talking Dharma talking program there. So I often join that. Yes, and I just heard that word and learned from those. I continue to learn or study Buddhism because I just feel that I got something that helps me to be able to persist and have the courage to continue in my life. Like Sister Sakon said, when we have some problem, we need to find something that can help us or build our own energy to make our life more better or something like that. So we just try to find something that make us can continue our journey. So I learned that word from that time, and then I practice it. I feel that I really like it, and I also practice. And after that, I practice meditation. I heard the word meditation, and I wonder how we do the meditation. So I go to buy a book talking about meditation and practice meditation by myself, because during at that time there was not much talking about meditation like nowadays. So we difficult to get more information about it. I just do practice by my own my own understanding. Yeah, and but I found that I got the benefit from it, and I share to my friend as well the way we do and how we do it and how we got the benefit on that. And in my working, I still practice the meditation and continue to learn the Buddhist, because I still have the question in my mind. I have one question that I always wonder and in mind, and I strongly believe that the Buddha has the answer. So that's why I keep trying to study that to looking for that answer. Yes, during that time, I think maybe I'm not like lucky enough to meet people with a high temperament that can help me. So I just continue to studying myself until I got like a chance to join a Vipassana training course one day. Yes, when I joined the training course, yes, I feel that I got the answer that I'm trying to looking for a long time. So I just want to share with you all that what is Vipassana. Vipassana is a technique that will eradicate the suffering from us there, and it is also an art of living that we can use to make the positive contribution to society as well. And it is a method of the mental purification, which allow one to face life problem and or intention, and make us calm and balanced ways. So in the balanced way. So that the answer that I'm very excited and got is that how to purify our mind. That is our mentor, something like that. That I feel I touching something and I learn something, and then I continue like told myself that I have to live. I must live with the Dharma in my life. Yeah. This is my journey with Buddhism. Yeah. Thank you, sister. did not hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot to mute myself. Thank you. So with that, you change your way of thinking. You attended the Vipassana for 1 day training. That's amazing. And you kind of like have a background just like me. I always since I was young, my daddy always read or chant, do the chanting, and sometimes I don't even understand the chanting when I was, and I didn't take things very seriously until I started learning what the Buddha taught, with Venerable Saktivi. But I remember when my daddy was chanting, I thought it's like a little music. Something. And so, but thank you for sharing. And so, baby sister Natimon, could you tell us a little bit, how would you start your journey of Buddhism?
Thank you so much for giving me the chance to join this program. So first, I would like to pay my homage to the triple gems, the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. I would like to pay my high respect to most venerable, and ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Sister Sakon. Yes, now you're in the United States and it's morning and it's evening here. Good evening, Sister Jamran and Sister Milia, for being a co-speaker for today. So to talk about my journey in Buddhism, as I would like to briefly talk about my background a little bit, about my family. So it's kind of root from my family. We practice Buddhism since our past generation, from my great-grandmother, my grandmother, until now, and we are still follow the Buddhism. And when I was young, I usually saw my mother, my grandmother, and my father practice Buddhism in a traditional way. We went to pagoda and we pray for our protection from the Buddha and pray for good luck and so on, because our desire just want this and that without feeling satisfied with what we have. So we thought that by praying it would come to reality. But just recently, about several years ago, when I came to, about 10 years ago, when I came to Phnom Penh, I studied at PUC, that is called Panyasastra University of Cambodia, the university that I went to. And now I'm, still studying. So I've been studying there for nearly 10 years now now I almost graduate from my master's degree. So I have been there for about nearly 10 years now. So first I entered the university, I feel really proud and I feel like I came to pagoda. I came to the Buddhist temple because of the design, the structure of the building, and I feel so warm. And when I went inside the building, I saw a big Buddha statue in front of the building, and also in the hallway, I saw another big Buddha statue, and I wonder why they put this statue in here, because I normally saw the Buddha statue in Buddhist temple, not in the school. So I feel so warm and so delighted to see something like that. And then after learning a few months, I started to learn another course that is provided by the university that is called Personal Growth and Development. So in that class, the teacher taught us about the Western philosophy and also Buddhist philosophy. So from that time that I start to taste the teaching of the Buddha, the real teaching of the Buddha. Because in the past, even though I practiced Buddhism in the traditional way, but I didn't really know what the Buddha really taught us to live our life way, like right speech, right understanding, right word, right view, and something like that. So by joining course, course, I start to understand what the Buddha taught and also about the story of his previous life before he enlightened. And I start to understand more, but not very deeply. Until 2019, I started to learn Abhidhamma with my teacher. His name is Lim Lum, and he is a teacher at a pagoda called Praisepuk Pagoda, and he's teaching Pali language, and he is right now teaching us about Abhidhamma. So I started to understand more deeply about our life in general and the truth, the noble truths, what is happening right now, and like before we come to this world where we used to be, even though I don't know exactly where I was, but I know that in samsara, so it's a cycle of life. We are born, we grow, then we die, born, grow, and die, and life is suffering. So then I started to understand more deeply. Until now, I still keep learning, researching about Buddhism, and I have involved in international stage about the religion for peace. So I have been to the Philippines twice, and I have joined seminar and conference and being a speaker in uh, international meeting hosted in Japan, Tokyo, and so on, and also have a chance to join with Sister Sakon, Venerable Soktivi, and Sister Millie and Sister Jamran here today. Because of the background from what I have been through, I have background from Buddhism, and I went to university that provide teaching of the Buddha and also through self-education as well. Yes, thank you so much. Sorry, I cannot hear, sister. Please unmute.
Okay, thank you. A lot of accomplishment there, all of you, for sharing the experiences. And when you talk about Abhidhamma, it's I take online classes with Venmo Uni as well, and so it's good if you ladies have not take Abhidhamma. It's good to learn Abhidhamma because you get to learn what it is, and we learn to accept how, the things the way we are. And so all of you three have known or the journey to Buddhism is it's amazing. Thanks for sharing your stories. And sisters, Saktiram, which part of the Dhamma that made a total change in your life? You probably mentioned some already. Maybe we can go into a little detail.
Okay, Bong. Thank you. Yeah. That's a long journey. Even though I start to follow by the Dhamma path a bit late for me. I think a bit late. But at first, before I listen and understand what is the Dhamma, at a young age, I never think that I should start studying all the lesson that we need to learn what is Dhamma taught. But while I listen and I start to understanding that the Dhamma is the really the very what I call the best lesson for us to learn and to practice. The Dhamma is not anything about what we are thinking of at a young age, that while I heard the Pali talk or chanting in Dhamma, I think it's like a magic word or something like not for normal life, like us to know and use practice for daily life. But after I listen and I try to study little by little by online, like I have joined the class by introduced by Wan Soktivi, joined the translation first start from the very beginning one. I start that, and also I joined online study by teaching by Venerable Hasin Hai, and also joined the Dharma class by Venerable Sanjia. Then little by little, I start to aware that this is what I really need for getting into my life, to confirm that I still have something to go on, and I start to accept the thing. The main thing that I learned from that and changed my life was the teaching that can develop understanding daily, and also identify that whatever happened in life was the nature. There's a cause of rising, and also it's will gone. It's nothing permanent in life. So I start to accept and learn those things step by step and understand the Dharma, because of it's the real in life that we can identify the truth of nature of life, which born and die naturally, such as birth, old age, illness, death, and also what's come around is it's go around, like it's nothing permanently. So before I didn't accept that everything happened to my life, I think it's very bad thing and much suffer. It could not come this way. It should become that way, but I didn't aware that everything happened for a reason. Everything happened is there's a cause of rising, and also nothing permanent is will gone. Like a suffering also, while we are everything bad thing hit into our life, it nothing that can hang around and permanently just stay in our life. It's will gone. Then I accept that. Before that, if anyone in our relative family member pass away, we are like also want to go follow the person, because of we are clinging with the love and clinging with a lot of attachment, something like that. But while I start learning and understanding day by day and develop my understanding day by day, so I feel that I'm strong from inside. So before I understand this, a lot of frustrated. Anything come to my life, hit to my life, I'm very frustrated. I'm worried too much, think too much, something like think too much that thing never happened, but I already suffer, something like that. And another part that changed my life, because before I'm understanding the Buddha, I was very like easygoing person, like very fast to get angry, very fast to get cry, upsetting, and a lot of things like become like very drama that cannot stand on myself. Also find the reason why me, like why like that, I doing good to you, why is you do all the bad thing to me, something like that. But while I understand those lesson day by day and develop my understanding, so I have reduced down all the bad part of what happened to me before, and change my attitude to be more calm and like I can say that I can face and challenge a lot of trouble and can handle much more than before, until the day that confirmed that I can go through and use whatever I have learned for benefit into my life, because of the day that I had diagnosed cancer. Well, I as what I call like in a normal life like us, it can say up and down. Even we can understand some part of Dharma teaching, but somehow it still get stuck for a while. And I try to remind whatever I have listened. I told myself at the time that no worry, doctor told already that still have a chance to treatment. So let's start. something encourage me from inside. I'm not running around like before. If before, maybe I need to follow whoever that tell me that you have to go to the traditional treatment. You need to go here and there. If I don't have my what I call lesson in myself from the Dharma, maybe I still easy going to believe here and there and give the chance to the virus of cancer spreading inside myself. So I may lose the chance of treatment. I think the Buddha lesson can strengthening me from inside, that I have to face, I have to challenge, I have to accept what happened to me at the moment, at the here and now. It's not about the past. I doing all the good thing, why the bad thing come to me now, or I worry too much in future. While if I accept the treatment, then it's not successful and I will die. How? I don't think about that anymore. During the time I commit the time that doctor confirmed that I already diagnosed the cancer stage 2, advanced stage 2. It's already need to surgery quickly. It cannot be delayed anymore. Then I shocked, really shocked. But later on, I try to stand up, calm down myself, and listen whatever advice to doctor from the doctor to start my journey of treatment. So if I think that time, if I don't understand Dharma teaching about 2 years, I think about 2 years or I start understanding, I start listening 2017. Then almost end 2018, I start surgery, my breast cancer. So it's about almost 2 years. So after I go along while with treatment, then I feeling thankful to whatever I have listened, whatever I have learned before I meet the situation for treatment. Otherwise, maybe I cannot face and challenge with all the steps of treatment with the chemotherapy and radiotherapy and so on and on, because it's a long journey that I cannot be think that I can't think that if I don't have Dharma lesson in myself by understanding the daily life and whatever that I accept, maybe I can give up myself easily.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You are a survivor of cancer, and so and it's amazing that you gone through with that suffering. Without the Dhamma, you would probably not be here, right?
Yeah.
Because you would be sitting and stressed out and
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So our time is almost closer, so I'm going to go to Sister Melia. Can you share with us how do you practice Dhamma in your daily life? How you practice Dhamma in your daily life?
Yes, thank you, sister. Yeah. How I practice the Dhamma in daily life, I think I may be similar to our sister and to other Buddhist follower. I continue to practice the Dhamma in my daily life, like we try to like keep our 5 precepts, like 5 moral precepts, to keep the 5 moral every day as much as we can do it, and we commit to do that. And I do the meditation every day, yes, and vipassana as well every day, and any more like any program that I join a vipassana course every year as well. And I also practice in my daily life, like like in my work and with my kids, and also with in a family and relative and friend. Yes, we practice it every day, and we do the donation or join any program, helping the people who need help and support other, or go to Pagada, like something like this in practice. And also like listen to Dharma talk through social media. Yes, very often. Yes, very often, and also reading Buddhist teaching book like that. Yes, so I learn step by step, and I myself believe that we have a different way in learning Buddhist teaching. Yes, so I try myself the way that I could learn and touch the Buddhist teaching into my heart, because I measure how I'm progressing the Buddhist through my mind. If I could purify my mind as much as I can, I think it's I mean that I'm progressing in learning the Dharma. Yes, this is the indicator that I just for my own studying. Yes, so I'm really excited to share you all that uh, uh, Dharma have me to like more deeply understand myself, like the self reliance, and how to purify, let me know myself more deeply, and help me to accept myself, and also accept changing in my life. And this is the way, like when we are accept change and accept ourselves and knowing more self-awareness, it makes us more our living condition is much more better, and we will look into everything around is much better. We don't react to anything like before, as we did not have a Dharma in our own or our heart, something like this. And even in our family, we has more happiness, because we have the way we are talking, the way we solve the problem, we are more peaceful and talking and negotiation, and even at work. At work, we do the way we talking, or the way we work, we implement our task. It much better. Yes, because people just need nice people. Even people are not nice, they also still need the peaceful people as well. So we can make a good working environment, like a positive or peaceful working environment that make people feel better and more has more energy to perform and more productivity in every day, in every task, something like that. This is the way that the way that I practice and apply the Dharma in my own life. And I believe that Dharma not only make us happy in every day, make us more productivity in work, make us have more smile and more peaceful and see everything. I feel that I see the world change, but in fact the world not change. I myself change. So because the way that I look, the way that I respond to everything around me is much more different when we are more understand the Dhamma, and see more the Buddha. We are I think that I'm very lucky person that come and see have a chance to learn the Buddha teaching. Yeah.
Thank you. That's so sweet. All right, sister. I was watching Cambodia the last Friday. Sister Saipei, you have that sweet voice. You do have a sweet voice. Even you speak English, you have sweet voice as well. Thank you for sharing. Yes. And then our youngest, we call baby because she's the youngest one, Sister Natimon. You can combine, what made the Dhamma change in your life, and then share with us, how do you practice in your daily life the practice of Dhamma?
Yeah, thank you so much, sister, for this question. So, Buddhism and the Buddha teaching can change my life. So basically, I can say that the Dhamma has good qualities. So there are good qualities. So it has the good quality in the beginning, the middle, and the end. So in the beginning is like it's about 5 precepts. So we have to follow the 5 precepts in order to have a good middle quality of Buddhism. So that is called concentration. And the end, the good quality of the end of the Dhamma is called wisdom, or the the end of it is be all one nirvana. That is the the highest and the best that we all want from our practice, because we want to end the cycle of life. So we want to become nirvana, something like this. So to practice Dhamma and it can change my life is, as I am a student and a teacher, and I have been busy with my career. So it can be stressful sometimes and it can be tiring sometimes, since I have to get up early and I have to work during the day and until at night time, and after that I keep reading. And I am also a content creator, so I have to find something new to share in social media. So it kind of tiring, but through practice meditation, it can give me power. And I am not sure where the power comes from, but in Abhidhamma can explain very well that is the power of our mind that can help us to do better job. And also, even though we physically tired, but our mind is not tired, so we can keep doing. And sometimes when I feel a little tired, my mind is a little tired, so I just practice meditation. And honestly, I've up to now, I've never taken any pill for curing headache. And for my husband, he has a chronic disease that he has to take medicine for curing his headache, even though he walk under the sun and he might feel headache at the end of the day. But for me, if I feel a little headache, I practice meditation. So the air that I breathe in, it comes to the body and it also come to the brain. It's like the massage, and I feel like something bubble touch my brain, and I feel like when you are sick and you're tired, when someone give you a massage, you will feel release and feel good. So it's the same thing to my brain, and it's like a magic. And then I keep practicing meditation. And also I found out that there is another higher level of meditation that is called Vipassana. So I also joined a 10-day course at Kampong Cham province. I joined Vipassana so I can feel the same like what the teacher, the trainer preach in the cassette player or CD players. So I feel like sensations and feel the mind and the body of myself, and feel like I really feel myself during the training course. Because before I actually just think about this and that, my mind is not under control. But when I learn meditation, I can say I can control my mind and I can be mindful with what I do. So I think this is a very important thing that we need to have in our daily life. Based on my observation with a lot of youth these days, because they don't have mindfulness with what they're doing, that's why they tend to do the bad thing rather than do the right thing. One one youth, he asked a speaker, and I noticed his question, that he said, why the thief keeps stealing money or keeps stealing property or wealth from other people, while he knows the consequence of stealing is putting in jail or being hit by other people. And yeah, for my answer to that question is because there's no mindfulness. He doesn't have mindfulness in his daily activity. If we are mindful with what we do, then we know what we have to do and what we should not do. For example, when someone drinks alcohol, if they are mindful with what they are doing, they will know that, oh, they have to drive car, so they will have to drink a little of alcohol that might not make themselves drunk, and they can drive car safely going back home without causing any traffic accident. But without mindfulness, they will drink again and again until they're drunk, and they drive car without concentration, without having mindful, and he can cause traffic accident and kill someone on the road. So this is a very important practice in Buddhism, and it is the heart of the Buddhism is meditation. So when we teach or when we talk about Buddhism, a lot of young people, especially youth these days, they are interested in learning meditation, because when we practice other teaching, the result is kind of late to come. But when they practice meditation, they can see the result happen immediately. Like, for example, if we say, oh, when you're stressed, you just take a deep breath in and breathing out, a few breaths in and breathe out. And after a few breathing in and out, you will feel release. The same like when you feel tension at nighttime, or even when you're working or you are writing, like Sister Jamran is the author, she might experience that when she writes something, because I am the author myself. Yeah, I will publish my first book soon. So like when we are thinking and then we feel like really tension in that thinking, and then we take a deep breath in and out, and then we feel like release. So the same thing when we are stressed with our job, our family, and any criticism from other people, we just take a deep breath in and out, and we feel release. So that's why a lot of people these days, they are interested in learning it. And I have observed that many people join meditation course, and if there are meditation courses, a lot of people start to come and join. Unlike in the past days, in the past generations, like 15, 20, or 30 years ago, meditation basically for seeing God, seeing this and that can lead to misunderstanding. But for now, it can be a foundation for people to build more understanding and more knowledge in Buddhism by practicing meditation. And to sum up what I practice and what the Buddha or Dhamma changed my life is many things, but a very important thing is the five precepts, because I believe that once we don't harm other people, we always receive good deeds from other people. And also meditation can help me a lot with mindfulness, concentration, and to control my mind, to purify my mind. Yes. So thank you so much, sisters.
Thank you. So all three ladies had, uh, said that following the Dhamma, just like Sister Melia say, it gives the energy, accept things the way they are. And Sister Sakyamran had mentioned that, without the Dhamma, she would have not become awakened and be aware of the things that she would not be aware of or be mindful. And Sister Natimon is, of course, but all of you guys are believing in 5 precepts is important, and then meditation is very important to take away for using to practice every day our experience. And Sister Natimon, I like the way how you had mentioned that the meditation help cures the headache, and so maybe I should practice more so it help heals my headaches, right? And so we have a few minutes left, and I wanted to ask the final questions to all of you ladies, just 1 or 2 minutes. So Sister Sakyamran, why shall women walk on the pathway of Buddhism?
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Bong, for turning around. It's my time. Yeah, I think the woman should walk on the pathway, because the woman, like I myself experience it, because before I understand the Buddha lesson, I feel like a lot of sorrow and drama in my life. I couldn't find the good way to carry up myself. But while the woman should be start on this Buddha pathway, because we can, as I told some of my experience, we can building our building and develop. We can building and developing our understanding, and we accept what is happening, and will not much clinging or attaching with what the most we love or whatever. And then also we can like Bong Milia said, we can be more productive on our daily lives. We are not like somebody said, like if we are follow the Buddha lesson or Buddha way, we will be slow on our productivity, but it's not really that. What we have practiced and we are already get a result, we are more strong, we more confident, and we can more flexibility on our daily life to handle our work, our business, and also more flexible on arrange our life inside our family or working or business. So we need to follow that, because we have the foundation base that we can start to confident ourselves. We are not like easy going to believe here and there that is not a clear guideline. We have to believe on our understanding, our ability, our capacity to challenge our own struggle. It's not somebody else to do it for us. This lesson very clear guideline that we have to depend on ourselves. It's not from outside. From outside, yes, we can learn the strategy, we can learn the way how to use on or apply on our daily life or work. But anyhow, it start from inside, start from ourselves. Yeah, that's what I understand. And all the women should start to learn that it's not like a old traditional anymore. If you are deeply learning and understanding, it very, very helpful to support our life, and we will less suffering little by little. Yeah, and more happy and more calm in our mind. It's not jumping around while everything happen hit at the moment, and we have solution to find the way out with our own wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you. And Sister Melia, do you have anything else to share? Why shall women walk on the pathway of Buddhism?
Thank you so much, sister. As a woman, I practice Dharma not because of like I used to live in pagoda or because I have a poor health condition, or but I don't think like that. I myself think that I practice Dharma because I see that Dharma that should be practiced in the human world. I mean, as a human, we need to practice Dharma because Dharma helps me a lot in my daily life. That's why I continue to practice the Dharma. And this occasion, I would like to thank to my husband as well, who understand and tolerant, and also give me a chance of opportunity and support me all the time when I want to do anything related to learning, studying, teaching, Buddha teaching, or I practice meditation or vipassana. That I do much appreciate his effort to support me as a woman who decide to follow Buddha's teaching. Yes, and I think that women should go on a pathway of Buddhism because it's Dharma give us a daily happy life. Mean it give a result in right now when we are practice, when we are has a happiness right now. Yes, okay, and I also think that women should practice Dharma because it is the work that we should be done in this life cycle. Yes, women are the one who have the we have to liberate ourselves, and no one can replace us. We need to do it by ourselves, even we are the women. And so women also can deeply understand the Dharma, and also have ourselves like self-reliance, something like that. So we are women should learn about Dharma or Buddha teaching. Yes, women should practice the Dharma because can have our children and also family as well. As we are the one who support and very close to our family, and also the as I said in Khmer, that a women is a soul on a spirit builder or engineer. We are not only give birth, but we are give the soul as well to our children. So we can make a good environment in our home, like a peaceful and happiness environment in our home. Yeah. And we are also the good example, a role model for our children as well. Yes, and when a mother has a peace of mind because of Dharma, like it will have them to practice the peace of mind or good behavior, like good attitude as well. Yes, because they see us and follow our example. Yes, and women should practice Dharma because it can help society as well, our nation as well. Because when we practice Dharma, it can to cultivate a good human resource for nation and for the world as well. Yes, and our women can it's a great driving force. Women are development partner that we always hear that. Yeah. So the partner that has the Dharma is a peaceful and clever and partner with a great supporter, a great partner, something like this. And I believe that when women have we're truly peaceful in their own mind or our own heart, it will have the society have more peaceful. For example, in Cambodia, we have there's women, a lot of women, and they play very important role in our society. In fact, the women play very important in the world, and even women not women can be the direct leader and also indirect leader in this world. So the leaders. So women always the leaders in somewhere in this world. So women with Dharma more peaceful in this world and more happiness in this world. That's why women should start practice or accept the Dharma in the whole life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, the society does need a women's, and women make to me women make the very wonderful good leaders. And so, Sister Melia, I am so happy that your husband is a great supporter behind you. I think we all women, we do need a husband that support us what we do, and especially when we practice Dhamma. And so, thank you, and learning to let go with the clinging on what Sister Dr. Rana mentioned. And so, Sister Natama, do you have anything else to share? Why shall women walk on the pathway of Buddhism?
Yes, sister, of course, women should walk on the pathway of Buddhism because Dharma teach people how to control their anger, and they can build a good relation with other people when they know how to respect themselves. So without criticism, without anger, without hatred, we can treat other people equally with loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. So we can build a community of peace. And as a woman, we also stay closer to our children, which is very important. That when we want children to grow to become a good citizen and to connect to the goodness of the Dhamma, so women need to understand what Dhamma really is and what it really teaches us. So we need to understand it by ourselves through learning, through listening, reading, and practicing to see the benefit of it first, and then we can share to our next generation, which is our children. And also we as a woman is also not only a mother, is a wife. So to have a good family, husband and wife need to support each other. And a lot of people say women are drama, women always think a lot, women are this and that, with soft emotion. That's why when we practice Dhamma, we can feel a strong emotion, and we can be happy from within, and then we can share the happiness through our verbal action, our body action, and our thought to people around us. So this is what I think why women should practice Buddhism. Thank you so much.
Wow, you guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much for uh, giving us the opportunity to interview all of you and to share the word of Dhamma. And so, women is amazing. And yes, we do have drama, but we do have Dhamma behind us. We have the energy and the power that we can move forward. Okay. So thank you so much. And so, so our show is, so before we end our live show, I'd like to share the merit from this Dhamma Dana to everyone in the whole universe, and may all be happy and peaceful. And once again, thank you so much to our ladies, our speakers, lovely ladies, and happy Women's International Women's Day for sharing with us today. And finally, I'd like to express sincere thanks to the Mika Life team staff, especially Sister Bobka, for providing such a wonderful support to make this program possible. And following, and thank you for everyone for joining us and following us live show as always. My name is Sakan Tim, live from Seattle. Now let us spend a few minutes practicing Metta Bhavana, loving kindness, meditation, which will be instructed by Venerable Gassapa on camera. Okay, we're done. I think we're done.
Hello everyone. Let us practice loving friendliness meditation for oneself. Self-loving friendliness meditation is the first section of metta meditation. Self-loving friendliness meditation is designed to direct you to happily take care of yourself, to honestly forgive yourself, to truly accept yourself without conditions. Before starting, please find a very comfortable posture. Close your eyes. Relax your head, your shoulders, your arms, and your entire body. Please slowly take a very deep breath 3 times. When it is done, let your breath flow as naturally as it does. Observe your breath without judgment, reactions, and criticism. Just merely observe it as the way it is while you are listening to my Pali Metta chanting. Aham Now, please create a very tender smile on your face. Visualize your happy and smiling face. You are very happy person with smiling face. Please keep smiling with honest heart, because you are going to bless yourself. Please be aware of the phrases which I am going to recite, and let yourself honestly feel the real meanings of the phrases. May I be well and happy. May I be free from hatred. May I be free from ill will. May I be from anger. May I be free from physical and mental sufferings. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. May I take care of myself happily. Now, take your right hand and place it on your chest, and you can mentally repeat after me. In this home, we are family. We live under the same shelter, so we must be kind to each other, be compassionate to each other, be friendly to each other, help each other, respect one another, be happy every day, keep smiling with honest heart, be grateful, be positive, forgive even when it's really hard. Before open your eyes, please take again a very deep breath 3 times. Thank you. May you be well and happy.